Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here representing Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, and today I want to chat with you guys and get out a little bit about these crazy gurus who literally single out individual fruits and vegetables as the problem. But a quick reminder, if you guys will please click like down below, be greatly appreciated. If you're not subscribed or following, please do so. And if you'll be kind enough to drop me a comment down below, say hello or give your thoughts, I would appreciate it so much. Let's get over to this topic. This gets insane, and I'm not even talking about carnivores. Let me be clear. Not even talking about the carnivores. Everyone who's not one knows they're insane. Every human being on earth already knows this. We don't need to address that. Not eating vegetables is completely apeshit nuts. It's crazy. Like literally needs to be institutionalized level crazy. So let's just get that out of the way. So let's talk about the other stuff. When you have individual people, you have gurus. I don't eat baby carrots because whatever, they're cut up deformed carrots, and they're horrible. They wash them in chlorine and all this. Like, okay, when people start in with this nonsense, or they go on and on about being worried about too many pesticides on vegetables, you need to understand how far down this is down the chain. Okay? You need to understand how far, particularly in the US, right, where there is actually regulations on the amount of these things that can't even be in your food. This is insanity because people were literally eating garbage, toxic garbage made in a lab. And that would include garbage like butter and table sugar fall in this category. So let us be clear. People are not getting sick and dying because they're eating baby carrots or they're eating broccoli. Okay, they're not dying because of anti-nutrients in the vegetables. Let us be clear on that. The data is overwhelmingly, ridiculously positive on fruit and vegetable intake all over the world. Even in countries that have less restrictions on the amount of pesticides and stuff you can put on there, the benefits of eating more fruits and vegetables, irrespective of all that, outweigh all of these concerns. Okay? Americans are not fat and sick because they eat baby carrots. They're not fat and sick even because they eat potatoes or broccoli or bananas. The bananas, they have more sugar. It's like, this is not what is making people sick and fat and giving us cancer and heart disease and all these things. Okay? The evidence is overwhelmingly clear that it's all this hyperpalatable junk. It's the extreme amounts of dietary fat, including definitely saturated fat. Okay? Refined sugars, hyperpalatable food, all this junk. This is way at the top of the list. All these other concerns, right? And I'm not saying we shouldn't ever address stuff like, the bit of dyes or some various pesticides. I'm not even fully belittling that, but I really am. Because in the grand scheme of things, this is so minuscule that it's not even worth addressing till you fix the other stuff. I'm just going to be clear. If you drink any alcohol, you shouldn't even be thinking about these things. If you have one drink a year, the very last thing you should be thinking about is any of the problems on your produce. I'm sorry, one drink a year is a bigger health concern, and I do mean that. If you eat any refined sugar in moderation, or you even eat some extra bread with butter and refined sugars and stuff in it or whatever, right? You have some stuff like that once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. That's a tremendously bigger concern. And I mean, people are like, what, seriously? Yeah. That is way, way up the list of concerns compared to these other things, all the stuff people worry about with produce. And when they start talking anti-nutrients or the amounts of sugar found even in modern cultivated fruits, this is ridiculous. And this is overwhelming data supporting how ridiculous it is. Again, we know that people who eat more fruits and vegetables live longer, have lower all-cause mortality around the world. Americans do not eat enough of this stuff. People in the West do not eat enough of this stuff. We eat too much garbage. We eat too much refined sugar, too much refined fat, too much saturated fat, too much butter, too much high fructose corn syrup, too much just refined carbs mixed with all of it. Like the seed oil problem isn't even the problem with the seed oils, it's the fact that it mixes extra fat calories and hyperpalatability into all the other processed junk. This is why we're fat. We're dying from cake and pizza and ice cream and candy and bacon and sodas. Right? Yes, refined red meats, all on the list of problems. This is what is killing us. It is literally killing us. So when you have these clowns who start pointing out problems with produce or fruits and vegetables, they are the problem. They are insane, or they're complete con men who are completely detached from reality when it comes to nutrition. Okay, to even obsess over something like that, to even address, oh, these baby carrots might have been washed in chlorine. Well, so's the meat that you ate, by the way. It's a standard procedure, and in the way that it's done in a food setting is actually perfectly safe, but I digress. To even be addressing these things, your diet better be perfect. Before you even think about stuff like this, you need to be like, well, I haven't had refined sugar in a year. I haven't had an alcoholic drink in 7 years. I haven't had butter in a year. Like, until you're at that point, I haven't had a piece of bacon in a year. I haven't had a regular soda in 12 years, right? Until you are at that point, to even address some of this stupidity is insane. It is stepping over dollars to pick up dimes. It is literally like saying, looking over and saying, hey man, I'm $200,000 in debt right now, right? I'm $200,000 in debt right now. But man, I accidentally just dropped a penny on the ground. I'm going to go chasing it. I'm going to go spend 5 minutes digging that penny up. Yeah, you got bigger things to worry about. And this penny I had in my pocket fell down this gutter. I'm going to go dig and do that gutter, my arm down in there trying to get that penny. Now, you probably need to worry about that $200,000 in debt that you have over here for something. It's probably a real concern. It's literally that extreme. You know, these are the things that you start to even ever think about. Actually, you're almost at orthorexia at that point, honestly. Right? You're at orthorexia at that point. Like, your diet, everything better be completely perfect. I'm talking, you better not have had butter, a single drop of table sugar, or a drop of alcohol in a year. At all, zero. Which is pretty much me, by the way. I don't worry about this other stuff. Just throwing it out there. And really, neither should anyone else. These people are complete frauds, or they are crazy. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.